As usual, I feel it's sometimes most prudent to make a re-recording to drive home a point. And I love the sound of my own voice, but that's besides the point. Anyway, coincidentally, it's the only American accent I can tolerate, it seems. Okay, let's crack into it. The power of visualization. Look, I don't know why this happens to me, but it's happened to me ever since I was a little girl, but I do see the power in it. My mind creates visualizations, not everybody's do. But it's usually a clear sign from the universe that we're in the flow. We're amongst it. We're the E. We are on the path. And we can see some wisdom in those tiny moments. Happens to me a lot. And it happens to me in particular when I listen to the song This Is Me, which I'll have a link to. There I was. The song started. I don't feel myself today. I didn't get the best sleep and I feel a bit off. And I was pretty much forcing myself through a 5K run, which would normally be a drop in the bucket. And this was basically the song that was going to take me to the end of my 5K run. And I just needed a little help, and the universe knew that. So there I was, all of a sudden, standing at the bottom of this epic staircase. This staircase was one of those staircases that just go straight up. No rails, nothing underneath the stairs. Defying physics. Just a straight staircase up. And I have an extreme fear of heights. There is very little to me that is scarier than that scenario, than facing that scenario. My body sends a very clear message to sit the fuck down and hold tight. I can't move. I usually just have to, I just sit and cling, and if I do move, it's usually a crab crawl. As I coach my legs into taking each step and try not to vomit. It's very scary for me. So I feel myself building momentum as the song is building momentum, and I just fucking take off running, and I go up these stairs, and that's true to my nature, right? So I'm really good at just powering up shit. Sometimes to my detriment, if I can add a little humility in there. But I've got one speed and it's balls out. And it sometimes lands me in situations that I stop and think, oh, maybe I should have slowed down a bit. So I could have seen these road signs that told me to stop. Anyway, I power up these stairs and I get to the top. And the momentum of the song is building, and I know that I've got to go back down. There's no way. There's no other way. I've got to go back down. My legs are shaking. I'm crying. The wind is blowing me backwards, and I feel a jolt, and I almost fall back into nothing. But I strengthen my core, and I ground myself. I press my feet into just that whatever little platform it's got, and I take that first step down. And then I realize that I can use the step that's behind that one heel from the step I took down as momentum to help me. And once I'm 2 or 3 steps down, I can get down in my comfort zone and crab crawl safely down these flight of stairs. Now that's what I would do in that situation. But interestingly, all of a sudden in my visualization, I was back at the top of the stairs. Even though I had braved taking that first couple of steps, battling wind, all of it, battling my fears, battling the wind. And as the song hit the climax, I jumped. I saw myself do something that I would have never done before. And it didn't come from my brain, because there's no fucking way I would have done that. But something inside said, you can fly. And I just jumped into the air and flew. I realized that I didn't need to go down the stairs at all, that there's a different way. So this is what awareness does for us. It shows us that there's a different way to doing things that we've always done. But if we don't expand our awareness and expand who we think we are, then we will always have to brave those steps instead of realizing that we can just up and fuck off and fly away. Powerful shit.